Hello everyone, this is Derby. In this video, we will learn how to build digital forms in KoboToolbox platform. After watching this video, you will be able to develop digital forms using Kobo Form Builder and to configure the appearance of the forms you created. So now let us directly go to the KoboToolbox. So by writing the KoboToolbox.org on the web browser address, KoboToolbox.org, using the server through which we have created our account, we click sign in. Then using our username and password, then using our username and password, we log in into the KoboToolbox. So this is the interface. If you have already created projects, maybe here when you say project in KoboToolbox context, it is the workspace where we design forms, collect responses, and manage data. So first, in order to develop a new digital form in KoboToolbox, we click the blue box labeled new. Then immediately you get this new dialog box. There are many options how to develop digital forms, but in this video we will see just from scratch, build the form from scratch. Then we click this one. And we have to provide information about our project, about the research project, in other words. Advise it is better to first prepare well-structured, well-organized data collection tools. And then using that data collection tools, maybe in a Word document, and then we can transform into digital form. This is a mini questionnaire on socio-economic survey. Let us assume our project name is socio-economic survey, and so we can copy this one. Socio-economic survey project. Then the description, detailed description you may write, is optional. Maybe the purpose of this research project is to gather data on socio-economic characteristics, socio-economic data of household. Then you may give detailed information. Then the sector, this is required, mandatory field. Then the sector, assume public administration, depending on just the sector where you work or where you went to undertake study, and you have to select your sector. In this case, public administration, your country, in my case, Ethiopia. Then we click create project. And now immediately we get the name already just from once we have provided that information. Now here the project name is written socio-economic survey. So our project name is socio-economic survey, which is displayed on the top of the form, the digital form. And here there is a save command. Whenever you create a question item or digital form, don't forget to click save. And here for general layout and setting, we use this command. Then you can also, KoboToolbox has a feature to add digital forms into library. that could be used for another time, that could be duplicated for another project. Then you can even add to the library, and again you can add from library. You can add question items or form from library. Here there are many features. This is to preview the form. So always while building the digital form, it is advisable to preview. Usually this helps users understand what the form looks like to the respondents or enumerators. So it is advisable to always preview your form. This is to expand or collapse question. You can even group, and here you can insert cascading select. For our purpose, our focus is how to develop digital form. So by using a mini questionnaire just from the Word, following that question items for illustration purpose, we develop digital forms using KoboToolbox platform. In order to create our first question, we have to click this plus sign. So in order to add question in the KoboToolbox or to develop a digital form, then you click here add. So you click add, this option will open where we write our digital form, where we write the question item. Then to make it very structured, let us follow this one. First, obviously, before writing our question items, it is advisable to write instruction, cover page for our questionnaire. So let me use this one. Then we proceed to the specific question items. So here it is instruction. Then we just add, either you can write or you can copy paste. Then let me just copy paste. This is the instruction. Then always the options, the type of questions, whether instruction or text, whether the possible responses are in number or in text or multiple choice, we select from this option. So we click this one, add question. And there are many types of questions which are available from KoboToolbox platform. So depending on the nature of our question, we need to select out of these options. Now, in our case, this is instruction. It does not require any reaction. I mean, it does not require response from the respondent side, or enumerators are not required to fill in. Therefore, it is not. We need to click not. Currently, we don't need a response for this text. Rather, it is an instruction. So if we have an instruction, we use this command or this option, not. Then we proceed to our first question. Once we have provided the instruction in the form of not, then we click not. Then we click plus. We click plus sign. So our first question assume is what's your name? It's optional. What's your name? So let me copy and paste. Our first question is what's your name? You could use the number for your question or not. It does not matter whether you use the number order or not. For time being, let us maintain the number as it is. What's your name? Question mark. Now, what type of question is this? We need to select from here, add question. So in order to add here, we have to select out of these options, very interesting options. In this case, the name, obviously it is text. The type of response or the type of this question, it requires to be answered by text. So out of this option, the appropriate alternative is this one, text. So the nature of question or the type of response is text, we select text. Maybe here question hint, we can give here hint in bracket, maybe we can write optional, because this should not be mandatory from research ethics point of view. It must be optional. Then we proceed. Again, we click here add. Then we continue to the next question. Our next question is about here sex. Just better if you follow our questionnaire in the Word file. Then the second question is about the sex of the respondent, question number 2. Then what's your sex, or you can just write simply sex. Then what type of question, what type of response is required? This is nominal type of data, and it requires only one response, either female or male. The values or the attributes in this case are female or male. So we need to select this one. We need to choose this one, select one. So the response option in this case is only 1 and 1. As a result, the response options are mutually exclusive. As a result, we have to click select one. Then here it gives us dialog box to provide the response options, the attributes for the variable sex. So in our case, just by following our questionnaire, so the first option is female, the second is male, and then by the same order, we write here female, and the second option is male. And we should not forget here to give the code. This is the place where we enter the code for the response options. This would facilitate during data analysis. Get to enter this requires number. It's not in text, rather it is in number. So let us write the question number 3, how old are you? And then here, when you click the question, type of question, here out of these options, the appropriate question nature, the appropriate response option should be properly selected. In this case, it's not text, rather it is a number. How old are you? It requires number. So we need to click this one, number. So you see the difference here. This is in terms of the symbol of this shows nominal only to select one. This shows ABC text, in this case number. So always we need to select appropriate response options out of the alternatives provided by the KoboToolbox. And here we may give hint in years. You can write incomplete years or simply in years. And one thing that that I want to show you is it's always good to preview the form, particularly what the form looks like to the respondents or enumerators. So depending on the form, we may modify it, we may adjust it. So just you click here, preview, and then you have to validate your form. And you should not always to save it. Here there is a command save, so save it here. Let us preview the form. So the form looks like this, just from the enumerator or the respondent side. So here what's your name? So check, you better if you check it, and then if female or male, only one option. How old are you? If you provide, for example, a text, it does not accept, but number only, number only. Then you, after checking it, better if you validate it. So it says the form is valid. So in such a way, you need to preview and validate your form, and then you just close. So we continue like this, depending on the nature of the questions. Then here, add another question, the next question, number 4. Question number 4 is, how many people are in this household? Again, this is in number. Question number 4, and then actually this is almost the same with the third one. Anyway, let us do it. Here, question number 4, how many people are in this household? And then we have to click add question. It should be, we need to select number. It's in number. Yeah. Then, so question number 5 is about source of income. That could be more than one response option. More than one response option. Is question number 5. Therefore, instead of selecting only one option, the response options, the appropriate response options in this case would be multiple response options. So here, add question and then select many. So more than one source of income for household could exist. Then first option, so option 1, business, we don't need this number in this case. And the second one is employment. And then we click here. There is even instruction, click to add another response. So we click, then it is self-employment. Then again, we add the other option, remittances. And there is also the last one is other. So we need to provide in this way. And then we should not forget to give course for the response options, number 1, 2, number 3, the 4th option, the 5th. We may give hint for question here in the bracket, just only to remind the respondents that multiple responses are possible. So we should not forget to give course. Then we proceed to the next question. Instead of first writing given the question item, it is possible first select the nature of question, and then we can write the question here. The two approaches are possible. Then the next would be, we can even record GPS using KoboToolbox. One of the advantages of KoboToolbox is linked with GPS. Then here, maybe if we collect our data through enumerator, then we may give such kind of question, record of GPS for this household. Then the enumerator will record. So now here we are question. The nature of the question here is about GPS. So we have to select out of these possible options provided by KoboToolbox. Then we may select this one only, point for household. Then we select this one. So the GPS symbol is appeared here. Then we continue the other question option. What if we have Likert scale type questions like this? How satisfied are you with the following 5 dimensions of work from 5-point scale? And then we ask question, how satisfied are you with the following 5 dimensions of work? So we can easily copy and then paste to the form. Then here it's number 7. It's number 7. Then question mark, how satisfied are you? Then we select just the nature of question from here. Is a rating type. Is a rating. Likert scale is the same with rating in the case of KoboToolbox. So we select rating, and then we just provide those dimensions along the column, and then the response options, level of agreement from strongly disagree to strongly agree along the row. So it has its own layout, so we follow that one. Anyway, the appropriate nature of this question, the type of responses required for this type of question is rating. So appropriate option should be selected here, clicks rating, and then this is the format provided by the KoboToolbox. And then here we provide the first dimension of work. So just from our Word document, the first one is job security, then pay. So we type that one. So here we write the option here. So we type job security. And then we add here for the second dimension is job. Then again, we add here is the coworkers and the supervision. Coworkers, add supervision. Then add the fifth one is growth opportunities. Then here growth opportunities. Good. Then we have to also provide the response options. It's a level of agreement. Just from the first one, the first option is it's a level of agreement, very dissatisfied to very satisfied is the level of satisfaction. So from 1 to 5, the numbers represent the course, and then the description here, very dissatisfied, and then dissatisfied, neutral, satisfied, very satisfied. We just type along the row or in the option, the response options. Here is very dissatisfied, and then dissatisfied. Then here we click add. The third option is neutral. Add. The next one is satisfied. The next one is satisfied. The fourth option is Then we click add. Then the next option is satisfied. So we are add. The fifth one is very satisfied. So these are the options, and we should not forget to give the code. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So always don't forget to save it. Here, save, click save, and then you'll get save, and you'll get here notification successfully updated. Then again, to the next question, if you want to add more options, more questions under a rating or Likert scale, you use this one. But now to add the other question, then we click plus sign. The other question is about ranking. Then if we have ranking type question, then let us see what is the form of KoboToolbox. So let us copy the question, and then we don't need to provide instruction like please rank your, this is for paperwork. So for the ranking type question, we just select the question, we copy the question, and then we paste here. It is number 8. What would you rank as your 3 main priority needs? Main priority needs. Then we select here add question. So what is the response option here? The appropriate response option or the nature of the question out of these possible alternatives provided by KoboToolbox. So for ranking question, the appropriate nature is here is obviously given ranking. Then we just what we need is we require respondents to rank 1, 2, 3. Yeah, only what would you rank as your 3 main priority needs? So we need 1 up to 3 choice, or automatically given here. But what to be ranked should be written under the second column in this form. So the basic needs that we want to be ranked are provided here out of food, health, education services, water and shelter. So we type in the second column here. So item to be ranked here is food. We write food. In the second case, it is health. Health. Then we the second basic need provided to be ranked is health. The third item, education services, then water and shelter. So the third is education services, then we add water, shelter. Then here we can give code 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and here we need to add, okay, it's up to 3. Our interest here is to collect the data from the respondents about their the first 3 priority needs. So we need to give here up to the third choice. It is displayed automatically, and then the third is we just give like this: first choice, second choice, and third choice. So it's always good to preview the form. This looks good. Then again about the rank, yeah. So first choice would be select, for example. For the second, so yeah, it's okay. Then we can validate. Then we close the preview. And then the last nature of question, actually for this illustration purpose, because there are many response options. But for this illustration purpose, let us look at this one. How many children and adults are currently living in the household by age and sex categories? So this requires matrix type of question. So Kobo has this feature. Kobo has a number of features. One of the advantages of Kobo is it allows users to ask a number of questions in different formats. So this is the last, which is related to the matrix type. So let us again see how to develop or create such kind of question. Then here we need to add, and then we type here, copy paste, or you can type and then add question. Exactly, this is a matrix, question matrix, and then we just click question matrix. And as you can see, we want to collect data about the number of children and adults by age and sex categories. Here, the age category we have in the first column, and then in the next we have information about gender, and here we expect the total number of people living in the household. So we just provide the question appropriately using this form. So here we just, in this case, it is a matrix type of question. For matrix type of question, then we write just by clicking here, by clicking this symbol, we provide the first option. Here you write here, the label is the first label is 0 to 5 children, 0 to 5 years, 0 to 5 years children. Then again, you click this one and then it will be typed. Then we click just add. The second option is 60 to 17 children. We can just copy it. Copy, and then here by clicking this related to setting symbol, just then here the label is 60 to 17 years children, and we click here and it's typed. The next option is 18 to 14 years, 49 18 to 49 adults, 18 to 49 years adults. Then again we add, then click this symbol, we write the label, just copy and paste. Then here we click, then we add again. The last one is greater than 50 years elders. Here click, and then you give the label name greater than 50 years olders, and then these are almost the age categories just in our questionnaire. And then we need also the number of children and adults by sex, by gender. We need information. So here under column again, we provide the first option, which is female, and then male in the second option, female and male. Then we again write here the information. The response type is the type of question you need to select. Label for the column is female. Okay, it's female. Label for the, but the response type is not in text, rather it is in number. So we have to select that one. It's not in select many, not in one, but it is number. So we give number here. Then we again click this one. It is displayed. It is written here. We continue. The second response option is for male. Again, we provide the label male. The type of response is a number. And then again, we click this one. I think we are done. Once we have finished creating digital forms, then it's good to check the preview. When you look the preview here, when you preview the form, you can see some organization may not be attractive. If you look particularly for Likert scale, the response options and the descriptives very dissatisfied up to very satisfied. Here the circles, they are not well organized. So in order to improve the visual organization of question items along with response options, it is advisable to change the form style. So in order to change the form style, we use this icon, layout and settings. So by clicking this, the default form style is single page, what we have seen before. So let us change to grid theme, and then don't forget to save it. This really improves the visual organization of our question by organizing related tabular or grid format. Therefore, it improves readability. We can check it by Thank you for watching. See you in another video.